everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, and in this video I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action as usual here on the channel. Before we get stuck into those, I just want to reflect on how today's runners ran, and it was a really good day for us today. We had two nice winners to kick us off with. Our first winner was a banger on D with a horse for Harry and Dan Skelton called Fair Mountain. The same combination then followed up for us at Zabeel tonight with a horse called Too Many Diamonds, so we were on a roll there. And also as well, we nearly hit the full jackpot today. We had two second places. We had Hard Forest was our other selection, which ran a really good race. I thought it was going to get its head up, but lost it in the final strides for Mark Johnston and PJ McDonald at Newcastle, so that was just a little bit disappointing there. And then Skin Deep ran on from a mile back to finish in second place for Wayne Hutchinson and Alan King in an eye-catching run. So it was a good performance for us today, and at least we're getting our runners now very competitive, and they're often making the frame, so at least we're going to be there or thereabouts at the moment in our selections, hopefully, and hopefully we can continue that good form tomorrow. Also as well, I just want to say thank you to all those who followed my work on Twitter today. I did manage to get you a nice winner in the end with Find Us at Gorkham for Bryony and Jimmy Frost. It was a really good ride by Bryony Frost. She's one of my idols. When I started out just over a year ago to find my dream to become a horse racing journalist, she was just get noticed in the racing circles, riding winners for Paul Nicholls, and kind of our careers have gone in tandem. When I've been getting really good experiences, she's been winning big races. I was there that day when she won the Badger Ales at Wincanton, and arguably probably one of the most impressive wins of her career so far, and I do the social media at Wincanton on race days, and it was definitely a sight to see that day. It was a really good fan favourite performance, and she did the business for us today in a thrilling finish on that horse, and it won at 8-1 for us, so that was a nice one there. And also as well, we had a nice each way in the last race with Perfect Harmony. I tipped it up at small stakes 25-1, and we walked away there with a nice bit of profit. So in the end, it was a good profitable day for us at Fontwell, but it was always really hard because a lot of the favourites were winning today, and a lot of them were at short prices. You had the likes of Decali that was really impressive, and also as well Double Treasure, so it was a little bit tricky to find the winners today, but hopefully we can continue the good form into tomorrow's selections. And for our first selection, we go over the Irish Sea to Navan in the 255 for the flat fixture there, and we're going with a horse here called Fantasy. It's 11-4 bookmakers at the moment, trained by the mastermind that is Aidan O'Brien, and one of his jockeys, Shamie Heffernan, is booked for the ride tomorrow. This horse finished 7th on its first ever appearance on a race course last time out in a maiden at the Curragh, and it was running really green that day. You'd like to think it would have learned a lot for the experience. Connections obviously rate this horse as they paid over 1,600,000 guineas for the horse, so it definitely cost them a little bit of money. It's got a high quality pedigree as well, related to a lot of good sprinters, a lot of 5 to 6, 7 furlong sprinters, so it's definitely in the pedigree. And I thought tomorrow it could maybe overturn its stablemate in its rivalry, as they both met in that race at the Curragh last time out. And I thought at the value, he's the one you want to be going for, and I definitely think this selection will run a good race tomorrow and is the one to beat. So that's going to be my selection in the 255 at Navan Fantasy. We then go to the 310 at Uttoxeter for our next selection, and we're going with a horse here called Posh Totty. Round about 7-2 with bookmakers at the moment. Now this horse is trained by Jack Barber, and Bryony Frost, that we've already mentioned, will be taking a good £3 off tomorrow. She's been in good form of late. She rode a winner on Sunday at Fakenham, and she obviously rode a winner for us today at Fontwell. And this horse has been really good since it's been making the transition from the point-to-point scene, when it's had 14 point-to-point victories in its career, and when it's been racing over rules, it's put in some good performances, notched up a couple of wins. I thought it was fairly treated off the mark tomorrow of 86, going to be receiving some weight as well, and I thought it could go really close tomorrow. Ran a good race at Newton Abbot last time, when the winner of that race for Paul Henderson, Goodman Vinny, has gone in again since, so the form of that race is looking not too bad, and I thought tomorrow dropping down in trip slightly will definitely help it. It will have the stamina to stay all day over the 2 mile and 6, and I thought tomorrow with the good ground, Jack Barber as well has done really good since he's been dabbling in some races under rules from the point-to-point scene, which he's normally associated with. He's been doing well, and I thought tomorrow this horse had a really good chance, and in my opinion should be the favourite. It's often been backed into favouritism, and I thought 7-2 tomorrow could hold quite a bit of value in this race. We then go to the 4 o'clock at Hamilton for some flat action up in Scotland, and we're going with a horse here called Zabeel Star, around about 3-1 with bookmakers at the moment. trained by Karen McClintock, and Jamie Gormley takes a good £5 off. This jockey won for us last week, you might remember, with one of our selections here on the channel at Hamilton with a horse called Logie for Rebecca Basterman. Now this horse won last time out very impressively over the course by 3 lengths, and that was a good performance that day, and the form has worked out really well. Mark Johnston's horse, which finished second in that race, has gone on to win since, and also as well a horse trained by Michael Appleby called Magic City won a very competitive handicap at York last time out, which finished in 4th place in that race at Hamilton last time. So the form has worked out really well, and I thought it was definitely the one to be with tomorrow, and I thought 3-1 represented not some bad value, and that's going to be my selection in the 4 o'clock. We then have to wait a little while for our next selection, which runs in the 8 o'clock at Kempton on the all-weather tomorrow night. And we're going with a horse here called Native Fighter, 8-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Epsom-based trainer Simon Dow. Oisin Murphy, good jockey booking, booked for the ride. This horse is 100% up the track over the course and distance, so that's definitely a good thing to note there. This horse has been running over the flat the last couple of runs, where it's been running not too badly, but I thought off a mark of 78, it's definitely still well handicapped, because I think connections definitely think it's a better horse than its official rating, and I thought tomorrow, even though yes it is going to be running in another competitive race, it had a really good chance of going all the way and going really close, and I thought 8-1 it represented a little bit of value, and especially with the move back to the all-weather, going up in trip as well, drawn in stall 2 as well, which is always a good positive round captain. You always want to be drawn towards the inside because it's a very tough twisting track, and I thought tomorrow that wasn't a bad selection there. So they're the tips for tomorrow's horse racing action. Let us know in the comments box below what you'll be back in tomorrow. Also as well, for more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here at Lucky15. You can also follow me on Twitter as well under the same name at Lucky15, so go and check me out over there if you haven't done so already. That's all I got to say. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.